Hi Leo, my name is Jason. Thanks for visiting my channel. Let's have a look. This is your general reading for the month of November 2018. I've already given the cards a fair shuffle. Let's see what messages cards have for you for November. Okay, you go into the month of November with the Ace of Wands. Great timing. So there's a great start for something here. Because it's a wand, it usually means it's something like a new venture, so something brand new, perhaps a new idea, a new project you're starting off. Some of you might be going into business, okay, and you might be going into a partnership with someone. I'm feeling we'll see how that plays out later on. We'll have a look. So Ace of Wands to start with. Your job, your task for the month of November, okay, what challenges you need to overcome. Okay, it's the Six of Cups. Okay, so someone may be coming back from your past, or a situation may be coming back from the past. You may be revisiting something. Perhaps there was a contract or something a while ago, could have been years ago, months ago, weeks ago even, that need double checking now. So maybe there was a name spelt wrongly on something, or a detail on some paperwork done a long time ago is being sent back to you to double check something, and it seems like a long time ago. We'll have a look at that and see where that's coming from. Now, your fears for the month of November, you have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles usually represents a message about money. It doesn't necessarily mean a good message. It could even have something to do with that Six of Cups there, that there could be a delay in something. There could be, again, news that something hasn't gone through or can't go through until you do this or this. And so the Pentacles might often represent a message about some paperwork or some contracts or something to do with money, and I'm feeling that there might be a delay there because of something that's happened in the past. Okay, the best attitude for you to take into the month of November, the King of Swords. Okay, so you're going to have to make some clear decisions, okay, some rational decisions. So the decisions you make, try not to put any emotion into them, it's saying here, okay. So the best attitude to take is sometimes you might have to hurt someone, you might have to upset someone to make this decision. That's what it's saying there. At the end of the day, a rational decision will be the best one here. So the result of all this, using those energies correctly, or as you might use them, at the end of the month, is the Fool card. So this tidying up of the paperwork and dotting the I's and crossing the T's and making the right decisions, okay, they're going to allow you a fresh start. They're going to give you some kind of freedom which you probably haven't had before, Leo, or haven't had for a while. Or maybe you've been working at this and it's finally going to arrive. This new start that you've got, perhaps you're going to be able to go on holidays or start something brand new again. Remember, we started the month here with the Ace of Wands. Perhaps by the end of the month, you'll have this finished and it'll be party time, or time to move to the next big, wonderful project that you're on. Okay, so we'll just try and clarify a couple of things now and see, and I'd appreciate it if you could give me some feedback here on how this resonates. Why is the Ace of Wands here for Leo? And you've got the Ace of Swords here. Okay, so the Ace of Wands clarified by the Ace of Swords. So this is pretty big, okay? It looks like it's really advantageous time to start whatever it is you're starting, okay? I'm not getting a message from what this project is yet. It's looking pretty good. Are you going into business as, I'm seeing something to do with gardens here. Gardens and water. So gardens and water, something like that. Okay, so there's a new business or a new project or something, maybe a wedding or something, which is going to be around water, around a garden, something like that. Okay. can we clarify that again? Can we clarify the two aces for Leo for the beginning of the month, where Leo is at right now? And you have the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor talks about stability, talks about laying down the law or keeping the law straight. Sometimes the Emperor has to make pretty hard decisions, and there could be a bit of a battle going on. So even though you've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords here, I'm feeling, if you have a look here at the boots on the Emperor there, I'm seeing that and thinking, okay, well, whatever's starting here will have really good prospects, but there might be a bit of a battle to go through to make it work and to get the best outcome for that. Okay. Okay, well, maybe we'll clarify that a bit further with what's going on with the challenge, because I'm feeling like the challenge for the month is very related to where you are at now and what this really positive start is for you. Okay. Okay, so the Six of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so remember, I said something about something from the past, and you've clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles does have messages, and he moves quite slowly. So this could be an ongoing thing which has been going on for a while, maybe paperwork to and fro. And you've got this message here again saying it's got to be all absolutely watertight before you can go ahead. So maybe these starts here are about a plan, or this start is about a plan for something pretty major, and you're trying to get it all together, but there's some influence here saying, well, yes, but you've got to get everything just right. Don't bring it back to us until everything's just right. So you could be dealing with like a government department or something like that. It could be some permissions from a local shire. I'm thinking something like that you might need. Can we clarify the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups? Why are they here for Leo? Okay, look at that. We've got two aces and two knights. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is going to come in, and the Knight of Swords won't mess around with niceties. Okay, so they come in, they might speak quite harshly about something. So they might be quite an abrupt kind of person or an abrupt kind of an energy. It's not giving me any clarity on what this project is, but there could be a lot of toing and froing, even though we don't have the Eight of Wands here to indicate a lot of messages that way. There could be a lot of messages coming toing and froing, and you've got some energy trying to get things done, and the other energy of the Knight of Pentacles trying to slow it down. So there could be a clash here. Okay, so there's a clash going on which is slowing things down. You've got this energy here wants to get things done and move it along, and you've got the Knight of Pentacles here slowing it down and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And it's got to do with something which has happened a long time ago. So it could be an event which happened a long time ago. So it could be some kind of a legal case which is just coming, either starting up or continuing. Okay, something like that, and everything has to be watertight. Okay, so that seems to be your challenge. Make sure everything is watertight for whatever this new start is, whether it's the beginning of looks like it could be a positive legal matter, well, it might turn out positively for you. What are the fears? Okay, so the fears, the Page of Pentacles. Remember, we talked about the Page of Pentacles quite often being a spanner in the works or slowing things down. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? How does this contribute to Leo's fears for the month of November? And we've got, okay, a decision to be made somewhere. Okay, so you've got the Two of Wands here. Now, the Two of Wands wants to make a decision, and there seems to be a bit of a hold-up. Okay, so this Two of Wands here is looking out there. He's not actually doing anything. He's standing up on his parapet up there, and he's overlooking his domain, if you like, and looks like to me like he's waiting for something to start, waiting for the things to align properly somehow. My eyes are drawn to the lily and the rose down in the bottom left-hand corner, And they are telling me that something needs to match up. The head and the heart need to match up. The passion and the real rational side of things need to match up. Okay, so there could be some kind of a delay here, another message of delay. So it looks like you've got all this energy which wants to go, 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 and you've got the delay and slow down from the bad old days or the good old days way back there. The best attitude to take is the King of Swords energy. Okay, so you'll need to make a clear decision one way or another. Don't beat about the bush with this decision. You might have to put a couple of noses out of joint to make it happen. And the King of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so come from a position of prosperity. So if this is about negotiation, or if this is about selling something or getting something kicked off, come from a position of strength. Don't be afraid to invest whatever money you need to invest or whatever resources you need to invest. Okay, please, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't just take that fully on board. This is just what the cards are saying to me. Okay, but come across with this attitude, the King of Swords energy, and we know that the King of Swords is quite a no-nonsense decision maker. Okay, but come from a position of the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles represents abundance. It represents already being there. Okay, so it's telling me come from a position of strength. So if you're negotiating, make sure you don't start off as a beggar. You start off as in, listen, we're the one who makes the rules here. We are in the position of strength. Okay, so that's what's telling me there. Now the outcome is the Fool. Okay, so these energies play out how they might, and we'll end up with the Fool energy at the end of the month, which is a pretty good card for many of us. The Fool quite often has open slather to do what they need, and a bit more freedom. So if this is about finances, for example, you might have a bit more freedom. This, whatever's happened here, might free you up. Once you've made this decision, you'll be freed up to take more of a risk, to have more autonomy or self-direction in whatever task you want to do next. So if this is all part of a big plan here with these two aces at the beginning, okay, a great idea, which is blending perhaps, or let's say something, it's looking like something legal to me, okay, something legal, but it's a real passion project for you, Leo, so something that you're passionate about. I don't know many people who are passionate about legal issues, but this could be what you have here. Okay, so why is the Fool here? The Fool is going, okay, the Fool is clarified by the Moon. Okay, so when the Fool takes off on his journey, okay, he's not really watching where he's going, okay? He doesn't really care that much as long as he's moving, okay, and enjoying himself. The Moon represents some kind of evolution, but it's sort of like our theory of evolution. No one really understands it totally, okay? And because the Moon's up there, the Moon represents the unknown. So you've got this project here, the results at the end of the month will be that you have this energy, you'll have this permission, if you like, to go into the unknown and to evolve something. So it's a really interesting couple of cards here. Let's see if we can clarify a bit further. The Moon here, quite often the Moon doesn't lend itself to clarification, but we'll see here. What do we mean by the Moon? What's the Moon here for? Why are the Fool and the Moon here together? What can we get out of this? And okay, more sneakiness. Okay, now sometimes this is the Seven of Swords, and it quite often represents deception, dishonesty, but it can also represent not taking responsibility for something. Okay, so fair enough, the Fool quite often has open slather to do things, yes. Okay, now in this case it's the Moon here, something unknown, something mysterious, to go out onto a new venture which is really sort of out there and unknown. And then you've got the Seven of swords there. I'm thinking that whatever this new project is that you're embarking on, beware of deception. There could be someone sort of not doing the right thing, perhaps cutting corners, or perhaps, I hate to say it, stealing something, but the rest of it looks pretty good, okay? So it's pretty exciting to start off on a new venture. You're just going to have to watch out for people who might not be as honest as they should be on the way, okay? So that's about all I've got for you, Leo. I hope that's resonated somehow. It's made some sense. I'm sure it will to at least a few of you. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it does. That'd be great. And hopefully we'll talk to you in December.